Hello, 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 ladies, gentlemen, chickens, ducks, cats. You know what it. Okay, let me stop playing. Hey, you guys, it's your friend and partner, Randall Thompson, and this is what do we call this right here? The Deadass Podcast. Woo! We periodically talk about whatever the fuck I'm talking about. Deadass. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday or lack thereof, stayed safe on your black fried jizzles. I don't know why I'm saying this. It seems like such a normal, formal thing to say at the beginning of something. I really don't care if you safe right now. It ain't safe. Ain't nobody safe out here. It's it ain't safe no more. Dead ass. We got a couple things to talk about today. Wanted to give a shout out to La Guadalateca hot sauce. Every time I clear my throat this evening, it's because of you, baby. That's right. I appreciate you smiling down on me. Let's start with the weird and the interesting, as we should do. I don't know if this is weird or interesting. Uh, I don't know what the proper etiquette is for, throwing things away when somebody's in the dumpster. I never, today was the first day that I've really thought about how vehemently I throw stuff into dumpsters because there's like two dumpsters. Well, in my whole apartment complex, there's more than two dumpsters, but in the little shack thing, there's these dumpsters. And I see a dude standing in one of them, sorting out his shit. You know what I mean? He's taking what he wants from the dumpster, putting it into the grocery cart that he stole. I don't know. I couldn't tell if he was recycling or not. You know, I don't know. I don't know what his purpose was. I couldn't discern from the method of sorting. Uh, what was really going on. And so, being a nice guy, I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna throw my I'm not gonna throw my trash in the dumpster that he's in. I'll throw it in the dumpster next to him. So without even thinking, I just toss it on in there. Now, he doesn't see me. He's ducked down in. He's going for a dive, you know. I just so happened to see him when he came up for air. So he's going for a dive. So I think I kind of like startled him because it's loud in these dumpsters, man. It can be quite cacophonous in these dumpsters. Um, we've all seen how it goes on trash day or rather heard. We know the trash can be a loud ordeal. Uh, so I think I kind of fucked up, his electromagnetic field, because me, I drink, there's a lot of bottles and cans, and maybe the way it pinged, yeah, I don't know, he just looked scared. It might have been the fact that he was in a dumpster and didn't realize anybody saw him. Not exactly the most proud thing to be doing in the world, you know. But here's my thing. I don't know how this man felt about it. I didn't stick around to talk about it. When you see somebody digging through the trash, unless you're about to start doing the same thing, it really ain't a whole lot to say. Just go ahead. Go ahead with whatever the fuck you're doing. And, unless you had like some sensitive materials or some shit in there, that's what was freaking me out. Was just like, Mm. I mean, I'm sure he didn't want to be doing it, but I don't know, man. Maybe he was the CIA or something. I don't know. I've seen too many movies. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna dig through the trash, like, get your scavenge game up. Get your, learn how to scavenge for real. Like, I'm not trying to be condescending, or anything like that. I've been without a home before. More on the functionally homeless side than the mentally ill. Well, shit, I am crazy, but you know what I'm saying. When you're actually begging or digging through trash, kind of homeless. I haven't been. Maybe had like a toe into that life. Not, you know what I'm saying. I bounced out of that a little bit. A lot of bit. Uh, don't just go into this game like you gotta have your wits about you if you're gonna be on the street, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know what I mean. Like life is hard. Like why not hang out near like a campsite or like an electronics store or a Walmart or something and get you some urban camping supplies. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I'm not saying like, oh, you going for it. Like that's the standard package. Like everybody goes for the, you know what I mean, the gray sweatpants and the motherfucking, the skull cap and the fucking fingerless gloves and the shopping cart and cardboard and all. I get it because that's universal. Like, oh, okay, of course you're homeless if these are the things that you're using. Like we have this image in our mind of what homeless people look like, and yeah, that's fine if you want to play into that stereotype, but that's not what all homeless people look like at all. Like a lot of homeless people might be dressed better than you. You just don't realize what's going on. They have to be dressed better than you so they can like try to outperform you to get whatever, whether it's a fucking, mainly employment situation or where they need to be meeting with certain types of people. Uh, they have to, a lot of times homeless people have to look better than people who just got it and take it for granted. Like a lot of times that is the truth. So steal some supplies or get ready, before if you like right now while shit is all good for you, prepare for that survival moment. Like it don't have to be a zombie apocalypse or Jesus coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be some regular shit, niggas, like dead ass. Like it could be anything. Like you don't know what it is because you're gonna be unprepared for it. So start thinking about this shit now, like basic shit. Everybody's like food and water, you know what I'm saying? You need light, warm shit. And the reason I'm on this flashlight thing and really the whole, get your scavenge game up is because you gotta be able to do that because you might not ever be re-entered to society. That's one. But my main point is this nigga was dumpster diving at like 10:30 in the morning. Like that's a little, like bro, like that's a weird time of day. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's a weird time. I don't know if you're trying to get the people's on the way to work trash or I don't know what you're looking for right then. But that just seems like but maybe you know something that I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, he's really out there. So I can't tell him how to be homeless. Like what kind of jerk am I that I'm telling people how to be homeless? Listen, man, you homeless, that ain't how you do it. First off, you need to get yourself a house. Get your scavenge game up. You homeless and you ain't got no batteries, nigga? What are you doing out here, man? What are you doing? Are you crazy? Oh, you really crazy. Oh, you are crazy. Oh, I see, I see. But shout out to the dude dumpster diving. I hope that he got the good shit, or at least did some good work with recycling, or maybe it was community service. I don't know what it was, but I will say this much: um, make that a two-person operation, dog. Because I don't want to have to accidentally throw my trash on you. Now I feel bad that I'm talking about you already. I'm not gonna stop, but I feel bad, and I would feel even worse if, you know what I mean. I bust a bag of fucking. You know what I'm saying? Old cans and you know what I'm saying, leftover hummus and tampons and antiperspirant, anti antiperspirant and shit like that. Let me think about what else do I have next here? Here we go. Here we go. This was Friday night. We'll get into some fuckery about what I was doing over there. I went to go see a comedy show, and that was a fun time. Laughed a little bit, but I was upset. I reneged temporarily on my vegetarian diet because of Thanksgiving, and there was just no way that that was going to happen, and for me to even eat or anything. And I'm not really tripping. I said, fuck it, it's one day, it's one fucking day. And then next year I'll make all of my own food. That's my problem, is I ain't got enough recipes. And I damn sure ain't got enough money. So so somebody else's food it is, and you know what? Whatever, man. I just deal with the stomach aches. People ask me, why do you care so much about this vegetarian shit? I don't really care that much about it. Like, I think the earth is fucked up, and we all know well, we don't. I guess climate change deniers are a big thing. There's issues with the planet, right? It's not just climate change, it's environmental issues in general, across the board. As I'm not about to get into all the specifics of that. I don't really care about that shit. I just want to be able to fit the pants that I already own. Um, you know what I'm saying? And, just be a little bit like healthier in that regard. And then also, I want the psychic powers, you know what I'm saying? But this shit upsets my stomach, man. And, I don't think I should have to eat things that make me sick to my stomach. But I digress. Thanksgiving was good. It was real good. I actually got invited to a second Thanksgiving today, and I was going to go have all kinds of exotic crab meat mushrooms and multiple types of ribs and dips with all kinds of creams. And I said, no, I've already done that once. I'm still recovering. I get like depressed. That's how much it like hurts my stomach. I get depressed over this shit. Like, it's just sick. So I said, nah, man. Like, I might not recover until Christmas. That ass. So in order to enjoy my Merry Christmas, I said I'm not gonna eat 2 Thanksgivings. But I digress. I did the Thursday thing, I did the Friday thing. So after the show Friday, this is why I'm talking about this. I was feeling upset, physically. And so I decided to leave the show I was at, Black by Popular Demand. That was a good show. You need to look out for that if you're in the Vegas area. Black by Popular Demand. That's with Place to Be Productions. I believe that's still what it's called. Yeah, Black by Popular Demand. Oh my God. So went to a different spot because I started feeling a little bit better once I got to moving around and whatnot. You know what I mean? Handle some business. And so I went to another spot where we do comedy, but they weren't doing comedy that day. It's just a bar. And they were doing karaoke. I'm at this bar. And it's like crowded, man. I don't know if what it's like in other cities, but in Las Vegas, karaoke is like a big deal or some shit. Like, like there's a lot of people that can sing. Shit, that nigga that was in my dumpster, I'm pretty sure I saw him at karaoke a couple months ago. Everybody loved karaoke. Or you hate it and you don't go, but enough people go. So with it being a holiday weekend, you had a lot of out-of-towners too. And me and my girl sat down at a table, and the table, could fit probably 5 or 6 people. It's like a booth with like chairs and shit. And, we could probably get 5 or 6 people. And pretty much, such is life. This is one of those situations where I'm like the only black person there. You know what I mean? It's like one Hispanic dude actually, like the bouncer, and then there's me, and then I think there was like a black waitress, and everybody else was very white. And I'm sitting down at the table, and a group of white people sits next to me, and they ask, "Hey, are you using those 2 chairs?" I had 2 other chairs at my table. I said, "No, I'm not using them. If you got a couple extra friends that want to bleed over onto this table, as long as they don't mind me smoking, because I'm a fucking chimney, man. If they don't mind that, then have a seat." niggas. I didn't say that part. Deadass. I didn't say that part. Uh, so their friends sit down and it's cool, we're doing a little cordial, oh, hey, hi, nice to meet you, oh, you're visiting your family, blah, 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 all right, hey, thank God, I don't have to cook, let grandmama do it, huh, all right, woo, 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 yeah, fucking great time, and everybody just kind of goes to their thing, I'm chilling, I'm trading gifts and funny shit from internet forums and whatnot with my girlfriend, these people are going about their shits, they're singing their songs, we're having our drinks, and everything was fine. And then out of nowhere, there was a white guy that's sitting across the table from me, and the white woman that's sitting next to me just do a Zeke Heil and scream white power. And then they high five about it, and I was like, the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you give a crack an inch and they take a mile. Oh man, it's like I don't know. It's maybe not the time, in our nation's history to be referencing your favorite Dave Chappelle sketch, which I don't know what else you could have possibly been doing, besides actually just expressing your bigotry openly in public. Uh, Maybe it's not the time. And so I say to my girlfriend, hey, grab your purse. I'm going to punch this nigga in his face. And she said, oh, no, don't do that. You know what I mean? Because I have whatever other kind of legal issues. So I said, well, what the fuck should I do? And she's like, I'm not sure, but I'm sure that you can find a better way than resorting to violence. So this is when all of those times, it's like a weird kind of montage thing in my head. Every moment where it was just like every bit of like racial confusion of, oh, you said nigger, so fuck you, or this is weird, and all of this tension and all this shit. I kind of saw it just get heated up and swirled around. You know, when you watch like mad scientists, like cartoons and shit, they got that curly little pipe and then like one little drop comes out of this potion. And that potion was brewing in me, and I distilled it down to such a saccharine, uh, such a saccharine catalyst for white fragility. Uh, So I did what any self-respecting man would do. Uh, I talked to them like white people. Because it'd be very easy for me to say, yo, you crackers can get the fuck out of here, kiss my black ass. But then they'd know exactly what was wrong and they'd be justified and, oh, no, no, we didn't mean it like that. And look, I don't have time for your story. I don't have time for that bullshit. So I put on my best white voice, which is also my everyday voice, if anyone was wondering. I put on my best voice, and I said to the guy, hey, excuse me, can you get up from my table? Can you move? And he said, oh, you mean like move over? No, 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 I mean like get up. You have to go. I've got friends coming. My friends just text me. My friends are coming, so you have to go. And then he just like stared at me like, I know you're lying, but I can't say anything about it because you're being nice about it and I can't prove it. White guy shit. And this guy, then I don't know if it was his mom or his cousin. Do white people have cousins? I don't even know. Fucking, uh, this lady, the lady who was doing the Sieg Heil, she put her hand on my shoulder and was just like, excuse me. I said, don't touch me. Don't talk to me. And then so their whole rest of their party got up. It was like 8 probably just fine, people. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if they're white, black, whatever. But 8 people who were nice enough to ask, hey, would it be okay if our friends sit here? Hey, blah, 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 blah. 8 people, you know what I mean? Hey, didn't get bent out of shape about anything. Certainly didn't make any Nazi references in the bar. And yeah, the whole group ended up moving, and everybody dropped it except for this guy. The guy kept walking back and forth, and he was dressed like a sweaty Patrick Bateman with less muscles, if that makes sense. Like maybe he was dressed like Patrick Bateman, like just straight up. And he kept like giving me the finger. It's like you're an adult. Like one, I didn't do anything to you. You're totally in the wrong. Two, like I'm not affected by you giving me the finger. Like I'm drinking alcohol right now. Like not milk. You know, I'm not drinking milk right now. You know what I mean? Like, but you're gonna give me the finger. Like, the finger only really works if you're in a car. Like, if you're walking by, like driving by somebody, give them the finger. Like, fuck you. It's like, hey, man, fuck you too. But it's like, whatever, because you're gone. Like, when you walk by and give someone the finger and you just sit down, it's like, you weak as fuck, bro. Like, you're a punk. Then eventually he came up to me and asked, "So I guess your friends didn't show up now, did they?" And I don't know if that was a reference to me lying or if he was just trying to say that like I'm unimportant, or I don't have friends. I don't know what it was. But like grow up. A lot of people were like, "Oh no, slavery's coming back, or white people are bold, or blah blah blah." It's just like I'm sorry to disappoint you, but like that shit is not gonna fly. You know, if you wanna ask if Jews are real and pretend that you're not a cunt or whatever the fuck it is, if you want to do all of that bullshit and you want to get all of this attention, I personally don't feel like giving it to you, but you're not going to be in my face with no kind of ignorance like that. Like, okay, if you want to do stand up and you go up there and you say something that's controversial, maybe you need to work on your act. But when you're just sitting at a table with people you don't know, there's absolutely no reason to assume that they are racist. Like, no matter what color they are, who they are, there's no reason to assume that people are racist, because racist people are now making it very clear that they're racist. Um, but I'm saying you can't have your nigger and hang him to racist cracker from the bar. This shit goes out to you. You can't have your nigger and hang him too, bro. Like you can't sit at my table and then say things that offend me. Like that's not how it works. I mean, you can do those things if you don't mind getting the fuck up and getting the fuck on, you know, then by all means, feel free to be a bigot. Really, really hate to your heart's content. How much of a goddamn clown do you have to be confused about it? I would understand if it was, and that's the whole thing, is like people try to act like they're not confused. You know what I mean? Like, people do that shit all the time. It's not even just like a racial thing. People do that all the time. Like, people try to act like they don't know shit. You know, chicks do it all the time. I do it all the time. Everybody does it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to, what? What do you mean? Whatever do you mean? You know? What? Oh, I could see how you may be misconstrued, my hand up in the air like that as something negative against the Jews. But no, rest assured, I didn't mean that. Oh man, all this because you don't want to find another place to sit. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to ask somebody else, "Hey, can you guys move over so I could sit down and be a bigot?" And the fucked up thing about it is, like, maybe the dude was joking. You know what I mean? It's not much of a fucking joke. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not, this is your problem. Like, it's not a joke if I'm not in on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it works, you know? And if you guys want to have that kind of joke, fine. but you can do that shit right the fuck outside on a brisk November evening. Assholes. All right. Well, we've covered the two things I wanted to talk about today, and that's how I'm a terrible person and how I deal with terrible people. My name is Randall Thompson. You can see me at Motor City Cafe. That will be December 1st, I believe. The 1st, this Thursday coming up at Motor City Cafe. I host an open mic there, and as many of my friends put it, I host the shit out of that open mic there. So, bring your ass down there. That's 4080 South Paradise Road. Sign up at 8. Show starts at 9. The cheapest beer money can drink. Blah. Whatever. Once again, shout out to El Guadlateca for all the throat clearing. And yeah, I'm gonna look up a soundboard so I can sound like a real radio host or something the next time that I do this, man. Give it up for me. Give it up for you. You can turn this off now if you really want. I'm not gonna say too much more of anything. Besides, I eat ass, niggas. Dead ass.